Mr. Ramadan greets you, and here we meet again to answer all the questions, or most of the questions mentioned in the workbook concerning Black Beauty, our story this year. Let's start our student book, page 69. 69. Chapter 1, My Early Years. Question number 1, choose the correct definitions from A, B, C, or D. Question number 1 is answered. Number 1 is answered here. Okay, let's move to number 2. What is the meaning of wood? A field, a plant, flower, an area of trees. Yes, it's an area of trees. Carriage, something with wheels that a horse pulls. Well, a large house, a bus, a small horse. Yes, something with wheels that a horse pulls. What is the meaning of kicked? Kicked. Hit something with your foot, jumped very high, hit something with your hand, ran quickly. Yes, hit something with your foot. Handsome. What's the meaning of handsome? Cruel, old, nice to look at, kind, nice to look at. Respect. What does it mean? Dislike, wala describe, wala use, wala admire someone because of their knowledge, skill, etc. Yes, admire someone because of their knowledge, skills, etc. Let's answer these questions, but oral. Who was Farmer Gray? We all know that Farmer Gray was the first owner of Black Beauty. Or we can say Black Beauty's first owner, who he was born for. Number 2, why did Ginger often bite or kick people? Ginger bit and kicked people because they hit her to do what they wanted her to do. Why did Squire Jordan and his wife call the horse Black Beauty? Mrs. Jordan said he is handsome. They called him Black Beauty because he was handsome, with a black coat, a white star on his head, and a white foot, one white foot. Let's move to next page. True, false. Number 1 is answered. Black Beauty's first owner was good to the horses. This is number 2. Is it true or false? Yes, Black Beauty's first owner, it means Farmer Gray. He was good to the horses. Yes, it's true. Black Beauty had one white foot. Yes, true. Black Beauty's mother said that all men understand the horses. No, she didn't say it. يبقى false. Mary Legs usually carried young women because he was very big. Mary Legs? No, false. Ginger didn't like people because they were not kind to her. She didn't like people because they weren't kind. Yes, true. Squire Jordan didn't like the way a man was hitting his horse. Aha, true. Ginger learned that not all people were unkind. Ginger learned that not all people were unkind. Yes, she learned it. True. Let's now move to question number 4. Match the items in column A with those in column B. Farmer Gray gave healthy food to his horses. Black Beauty's mother told him. She told him, let's read. Black Beauty at Birtwick Park, a thoughtful horse. Well, the boys on the ground, because he didn't want to hurt them. A very good place to live. Apples to Mary Legs, to be gentle and good. Yes, to be gentle and good. Okay, let's move to number 3. John Manley looked after. Aha, Black Beauty. Squire Jordan's children used to bring apples to Mary Legs. Ginger was a thoughtful horse. Mary Legs threw the boys on the ground. Mary Legs didn't kick the children. Why? because he didn't want to hurt them. Birtwick Park was a very good place to live. Number 5, read the quotation and answer the question. We have a deal to answer the questions, the written questions, oral. But you must write them down. Okay? No horse will do what you want by hurting it. The people who work for me must understand that a horse is not a machine. Who said this quotation? It's not mentioned here, but we all know that. Squire Jordan shouted at one of his workers and said this when he saw him hitting his horse badly. So the question is, in what ways are working animals better or worse than machines? Working animals are better than machines because they can feel danger in case. Because they can feel danger in case. Question number 6. Answer the following questions. Why do you think that horses were so important in the 19th century when Black Beauty was written? The horses were important in this time, or in this period of time, because they were the only way to move and transport goods or things from one place to another. Horses were important because there were no cars like now, and they were the only way to move here and there. Why do you think that people were not nice to Ginger in the past? Why people weren't good or kind to Ginger in the past? Of course, because she didn't want to do what they wanted her to. Because she refused to do what they wanted her to do. Number 3, what do you think people should do with horses that bite or kick? People should be good and to them and treat them well. Let's move to next page, chapter 2, difficult journeys. Number 1, match the words with definitions. Number 1 is answered. Number 2, crash. What is the meaning of crash? It means, let's read column B. Took someone to a place, fell suddenly, covered in water, a small hotel, speak very loudly, amazing, a loud noise when something breaks, give him food. The meaning of crash is a loud noise when something breaks. This is number G. Let's move to number 3. What's the meaning of shout? Shout means, speak very loudly. Number 4, led. Led. It means took someone to a place. Collapsed. Collapsed. It means fell down suddenly. What's the meaning of N? N. Yes, a small hotel. Fed. Fed. Given food. Incredible. Amazing. Yes. Question number 2. Put the events in the correct order. This question is not important as it's not mentioned in the subscription of exam. And we move to question number 3. Answer the following questions. Why did Black Beauty stop on the bridge? Why did Black Beauty stop on the bridge? Because he felt something wrong. He felt danger. So he didn't want to cross. Number 2, why did Squire Jordan try to make Black Beauty cross the bridge? Because he wanted to go home before night. How did Squire Jordan? And number 2, he wanted to go home before night and he didn't know or feel danger in the bridge. Number 3, how did Squire Jordan feel when he found out that the bridge was broken? He thanked Black Beauty, saying, Thank you, Black Beauty, you saved us. He was grateful to Black Beauty. Okay, let's move to next page. Choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. Number 1 is answer. Number 2, at the end, Ginger and the Black Beauty were fed and brushed. Yes. In the middle of the night, Black Beauty woke up and saw that. Black Beauty woke up in the middle and saw that. Ginger was anxious. Squire Jordan was in the stable. The air was filled with smoke. A man was smoking a cigarette. The air was filled with smoke. Black Beauty, space, because John spoke so softly to him. Black Beauty knew that the building was on fire. No. Jumped very high. Never. Ran into the inn. No, it didn't happen. So he stopped, feeling frightened. Ginger told the Black Beauty that John had a lantern. No. She was frightened. No. He had saved her. Yes. And not the building collapsed. Let's move to number 6. Squire Jordan's friends respected John because it's very hard to move horses when there is a fire. Choice number A. Next, read the quotation and answer the question. Come on, my beautiful horses. Wake up, please. It's time to go. Who said this? This was John Manley trying to get the horses out of the fire. And he spoke so softly that they felt not frightened, not worried, and obeyed him and got out of the fire. So the question is, why was this the correct way to talk to Black Beauty and any horse during the fire? Yes, because horses in the fire get very anxious and worried, get very frightened. And if you are worried, they would be more than you. So you must be calm and speak gently to them. Question number 6 is exceeded. Let's move to next chapter. Question number 1 matches the words with definitions. Number 1 is answered with B. So we have felt pain, a round thing which moves along the ground under a car or a bicycle. A place where there is a group of horses covered in water. Let's ask. Number 1 is answered. Number 2, wet, covered in water. Yes. Ached, felt pain. Yeah. Wheel, it's a round thing which moves along the ground under a car or bicycle. It's number C. Village, a place where there is a group of houses. D. Number 2, are these sentences true, T, or false, F? John's new helper was a boy called Joe Green. Yes. Joe was 16 years old. No, he was 14. Joe learned to sweep the floor and wash the carriages. True. John brought Black Beauty to Dr. White when Squire Jordan was ill. No, Mrs. Jordan هي اللي كانت ill. يبقى false. Dr. White rode Black Beauty back to Birtwick Park. Yes, because his horse was with his son. True. Joe Manley was a better rider than the doctor. Yes, sure. True. Joe gave Black Beauty a blanket and warm water. No, he gave him cold water and they didn't give him a blanket. False. Joe was very unhappy and John was angry with him. Yes, true. Put the events in the correct order. This question is exceeded, cancelled. Let's move to next page. Answer the following questions. Why did John ride Black Beauty as fast as he could to the town to give a note to Dr. White? Because Mrs. Jordan was very ill. Number 2, What happened to Black Beauty when he got back home? He got very ill. What did Joe do wrong? ايه الخطأ اللي عمله جو؟ He gave Black Beauty cold water to drink. He didn't cover him with a blanket. He didn't stay with him until the morning. Number 4. When did Joe become happy again? Of course, when Black Beauty became well again. Number 5. Why did Squire Jordan sell his horses? Because his wife was very ill and they were obliged or obligated to move away in a calmer, in a quieter and warm weather or climate. His wife was very ill and she needed a warm climate, so they moved and sold everything. Number 6, who is York? York is the helper of the new owner, Earl Smythe. Let's move to question number 5. I was the same age when I started here. I had no family, but you looked after me as well as any parent. John Manley answered or said these words to Mr. Squire Jordan when he asked him, Are you sure you want this boy to help you? Isn't he young, or you want an older one? He said, I was the same age when I started here. I had no family, but you looked after me as well as any parent. So the question number 1 is, why was John happy to have a helper who was 14 years old? Because he remembered him with himself when he started work, the same age. Do you think that 14 is too young to learn to do a job? No. Why not? Because John Manley started at the age of 14 and now he is a good helper. Question number 6. At the end of chapter 3, Ginger and the Black Beauty are moving to Elshall Park. What do you think life will be like for the horses there? Write a paragraph about what you think will happen next in the story. Okay, this question is left to you to think about it. Thank you very much for your time. Until we meet again, thank you and goodbye.